Muslim, Christian, Jew, Hindu, Buddhist, and atheist one too. And all in between. This is for the absolute positive, bigger, better of you, only crossing infinitely good as truth. In the mythology, Pistis Sophia was an atom that split. And this is what scientists call the Big Bang. And what happened at the point in which she split, right? All things that was negative of her, right? Through the negative energies of her polarity, right, coagulated to the point of a neutron. Okay? And everything that was positive of energy, the good God and truth, right, of the male of all I am, right, became the protons in all the energy of what we know as space and time and of the universe. Okay? Now, outside of an atom, a neutron decays and disintegrates to one neutral nothing, which is just negative energy, and I'll explain. When Pistis Sophia split, okay, before all the atoms was created, okay, when they coagulated to neutrons and protons, okay, the neutron is stated one as neutral, and there's nothing neutral. So now they're stating the neutron as no charge, but that's not an absolute true value of a neutron either. If you state a neutron with no charge, right, okay, well, that makes it a receiver, okay, and anything that's a receiver is always negative of a proton, okay, which is the positive energy out of all matter, space, and time. E equals mc squared, okay? So, at the point of this neutron, it only exists two ways: within the atom and outside of the atom, okay? Now, the proton, right, inside the atom overwhelms the neutron. And how does it do it? If everything's split, right, per parts, right, negative and positive, how does that happen? Well, because proton energy, okay, is the substance, the durability, and the solidness. It is the value and volume of the bigger, better of all negative energy of matter. Meaning, wherever you state more positive, no matter what the negative is, you are stated good. That is the truth of how the proton overwhelmed the neutron and the static, twisted, scattered negative energy of space, right? The infinite one, nothing of the negative of Pistis Sophia to calm the inertia and create all the atoms of mankind creation of existence of reality check. I am, okay, of the here and now. Now, when she split, it was a backfire of energy. And even though it was negative to the holy good truth of her shape, form, and mass of an atom, right? Because anywhere an atom is more male, more positive than female, which is stated negative in all electrical things, right? That atom is stated good to the truth of its shape, form, and mass. It is stated indestructible. But wherever it's stated more female to the reality check of the matter, it's stating either the electronegativity becomes more positive with negative energy or more negative with negative energy. And if you don't bring that back one more positive to be good as truth, then if the atom is bonding, it can't hold its bond to the good truth of the shape, form, and mass it's expressing. And if the neutron becomes too negative with positive energy, okay, as a receiver, it will split like a mechanized fuse system to the good truth of the neutrons becoming radioactive, okay? And through the radioactivity of her splitting, right? Because anytime you cross negative with negativity, right, more than positive and good, you incarnate the devil of you. That's the devil of you to cross negative with negativity. So a perversion through these neutrons, right? She caused all of creation of existence to the reality check of mankind. Well, the humanoid she-ape species that was on Earth to be created, okay? Well, after that inertia of mankind and Earth had settled, right? One same as here and now today, the positive energy of the good God and truth of the Theif and Holy Spirit God King AtomMan first evolved, the triple male of all I am, incarnated a she-ape in the cavern of woe. Okay, and through this incarnation, she became pregnant with the first Adamite male of all I am, pre-Adamite male of all I am. And she became a woman. But because she was still born a monkey, right? Anything that bred with her after that became a secondary enlightened state, more beastly of the mind than man. And they became the Shiva lineage of all faith to the fools of all the world. Because in reality check, all faith teaches that things cross good and bad, unevolved to the reality check of the good truth of a man. Because the absolute good God and truth of all reality check, the neutral nothing, is either it's one more positive good as the good God and truth of it, bigger and better than all negativity, or it's negatively deficient, crisscrossing, unevolved to the reality check of its shape, form, and mass, becoming one nothing of it here and now, just negative of the good God and truth of it. And all that bred with the pre-Adamite male of all I am, right, became the God kings that created the pyramid system around the world. And the dynamo, right, that was a true reflection of the energy of the Son of God, the one God, the positive good God and truth of the AtomMan first evolved, the triple male of all I am. And because they became so enlightened, they stopped dying naturally. And because the Shiva lineage was created at a lower level of energy, right? Because when the Theif and Holy Spirit of all I am incarnated that she-ape in the cavern of woe, it was through an orgasmic affair, right? It was more positive than the negative beastliness of her to make the good truth of an AtomMan, or the pre-Adamite male of all I am. And because that orgasmic affair was not there, right, through the Shiva lineage, right, only through what the incarnate had given her as a secondary, right, they were more monkey than man. And as the Esthergies of the soul explains, a female appendage, speaking on energy, not a woman, okay, negative energy is the reverse of a male with an appendage. When you cross negative with negativity, right, you act unevolved, more monkey than man. A Shiva shaft on the good God and truth of all reality check of all you are. And these people were enlightened enough to know that, but not to articulate back to the reality check of the God Kings, because instead of cooperation, they were survival modes of competition. Instead of logical with their energy, they were emotional and beastly with it. Okay? Now, I can sit here and tell you as a person, as a human being, no matter who you are, okay, if you cross one more positive, that will add you up good as truth when you feel all negativity. Bigger and better than that negativity, until that negativity subtracts to one neutral nothing, and repeat as needed. Right? Because all things more positive are stated the bigger and better than all negativity. But you can never explain that to an animal or to an inferior mind that is underdeveloped. Okay? Children. And this is why, okay, we die at all ages. Okay? And it's not to be discriminated against, okay? Because if you don't know how to articulate, right, when you feel all negativity, that's all you're feeling, right? To only cross it back more positive, if you don't go splat, you will be good. That is the truth, and it will only make you bigger and better to the way you feel than that negativity. Good as the truth of your shape, form, and mass, absolutely, positively. Well, you won't always do it. And if you don't always do it, all you have is faith. And no faith teaches to only cross the positives or the negatives back of you more positive to be good as truth, because no faith knows it. Because the mind of the faithful came from the unevolved Shiva lineage, okay, right? That sacked the God Kings, right, in the first creation, right? Bred through Adam, right, and Eve, okay? Because Adam come to himself after the first creation was destroyed, okay? And the Cobran talks about how they knew when the enlightenment in the Book of Gleamings had left them, okay? And Adam must have been something that was left over. And he knew he was an Adamite male, and life was good. And then he crossed to the Shiva shaft of him, okay? Which was Eve's faith, okay? Every time you apply to faith, you apply less than absolutely one more positive to be good. You apply to the neutron of you, right? And you crisscross negative with negativity. Even the most positive faith, right, is a lie on the good God and truth of you, because it teaches that you cross bad instead of positive and good, or positive and negative, to be good as truth. So even the most positive of your faith is the good truth of nothing. And because they cross faithfully a snake, a bushwhack, a Shiva shaft, hallucinating, nutty, fruity bushwhackers, right? More animal mind than of a man, right? That's all we've been crisscrossing to, littered out one radioactive Shiva shaft after another to the reality check of the example in life of the good truth of Jesus Christ of all I am. See, Jesus understood that they were tongue-tied to a dead language, an unevolved language that did not know to express what is the Holy Spirit of us, the more positive energy of the good truth of God of us, okay? And in reality check, he was an example of how to do it with his life in body of his matter. He was only one more positive than all negativity when he was crisscrossed with all faithful negativity, only adding up good to the truth of his shape, form, and mass, right? The absolute positive good God and truth of the Theif Holy Spirit, God, King, Adamite, male, first evolved of all I am. Because you can't kill something, only preset to cross one more positive to be good as truth, bigger and better than all negativity. in reality check, that's the bigger and better of all God, truth reality check. And that's why he got up 3 days later, the good God and truth of all I am, right? The Theif and Holy Spirit, God, King, AtomMan of all I am, and went on with life, okay? And because of that, he knew when I came to myself and understood, right, the reality check of the state of the affairs of mankind, I would be able to articulate back through the good God and truth of the reality check of Jesus Christ of all I am, the pre-Adamite male of all I am, to the reality check of the energy of God of all I am, to show mankind that this earth is made of indestructible atoms, okay? That all of creation of existence only comes to one point, the point of mankind, okay? To articulate back the reality check of the positives and the negatives of it. If we make the earth one more positive, good as truth, as a true reflection of the one God, the Son of God, of all reality check, we will never die of it. We will be individually and as a whole bigger and better than all negativity that could ever destroy us to one neutral nothing in reality check. And that is a fact check. And all else will only crisscross since the beginning, since the beginning of all time, unevolved, inferior to articulate the absolute bigger and better of the more positive good God and truth of all I am, more monkey than man, running themselves over a cliff with the reality check of the positive good energy of all I am. And that's a fact check. That's God, truth, a reality check. From the full Theif man, God King, AtomMan first evolved, the triple male of all I am. Peace.